For the last 10 years or so, I've identified as a lesbian. Then, I saw the movies Dune 2 and Challengers and decided I could try having sex with a guy. So I went to the UK, where to me, the guys were like girls. There, I had sex with a man, but it immediately sent me into a spiral. Who was I? Jojo Siwa? My identity was in free fall. So I decided to seek guidance from none other than the insightful lesbian Ellen Degeneres at the most queer place I could think of.
Here I am in San Francisco at the Salesforce Tower Park. People say it's similar to the High Line. However, that's not true. There are more queer people in business here than on the High Line, where many freeloaders lay around and do absolutely nothing. People in business are going to know where Ellen is, because she controls a lot of the economy. Someone please stop and talk to me. Anyone else scared the building's gonna fall over? It's completely up in the air. Look, this guy's wearing a rainbow jacket. You see him back there? You can't zoom in on this feature. He's wearing a rainbow jacket, but he won't stop talking to me. Why are you wearing a rainbow jacket if you're not going to help me figure out if my sexuality is in peril? People say they threw the first brick at Stonewall. Meanwhile, I'm trying to just toss a question in the air at the Salesforce Tower.
No one would help me find Ellen. I was forced to monologize like at UCB's Ass Cat.
I'm using the theater steps to plead the way Shakespeare would in the Globe. Please, someone help. Please, someone help. To be lesbian or bisexual, that is the question.
After looping the Salesforce Tower for over 3 hours, I finally used my phone to find out where Ellen was.
Bloody England!
I had no other choice but to fly to see her on Christmas Eve when I knew she'd be home. Luckily, I got to spend the flight with a gorgeous and gainfully employed woman. Upon landing, I got on a bus and went to where I imagined Ellen's house was in London. I soon learned that she had ditched city life for the country, so off I was to the Cotswolds.
I know Portia likes horses, so have you seen her, Ellen? Hello? Please don't ignore me. I'm looking for Ellen. And you might know her wife, Portia.
When the fuck-ass horses didn't respond, I checked to make sure Ellen had not passed away. I found someone with the initials ER, but that was a sign. Ellen and Rachel Police. I had to keep looking. I went to church and prayed. Please God, let me find Ellen so I can basically ask her to forgive my transgression or if I should just accept it. That was my only prayer. I couldn't find her, despite not leaving a single leaf unturned. While I was walking back to my hotel dejected, I stumbled across something incredible. A giant croissant. Wow, I was seriously basically in Europe. I decided to seize life by the horns and bought one for $47.99 USD. At first, I thought a giant chocolate croissant would be a great pick-me-up for my sullen misadventure, but I knew deep down that would only be a quick fix. I wanted a joy that lasted. I realized I had no interest in eating it. I wanted to show it the world. So I took this pain au chocolat across the pond to NYC. With my French pastry as my companion, I was reopening my own eyes to the world around me instead of agonizing to define and defend my sexuality. Unfortunately, after 1 month of sightseeing every day for 16 hours a day, the croissant became completely disgusting. It was time to lay it to rest back home in London's Thames River. In letting this pastry go, I realized I need to let myself be free and live life without judgment, but going with the flow. In a world full of vultures, why should I be one to myself?